Barely audible. Really? Interesting. So it's BB's voice that is the loudest among all of us. I can only hear pseudo from Ted's background, I think. Just now, no. So it's not working. Well, what's a green screen for? So we look nature like. One sec. Did you forget to
Okay,
adjust?
guys, can you actually hear
Yes.
me now?
Yes.
Like, it's perfectly fine now?
For me, at least.
So yeah, in 10 seconds we would know what's happening. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a mic test so you can hear me, you can hear Teddy. Shen, BB, can you say something?
Hello. I'm adjusting mine. Eat already. Eat jaw, eat jaw.
Okay, so let me just do this. Okay, so this will be Summoners Inside the podcast. Yeah, we had a little bit of technical issues initially, but hopefully we are over that now. So it is the three of us, and we are in this new setup. So in case you guys don't know what a podcast is basically news that we'll be talking about. And for today, we have three
Is
topics
it?
that we'll be covering. This is going to be something different from what I had done before. As you can see, we are in the production room
Wait.
where we are sitting in different locations, doing different things at the same time. But you can ask us questions throughout while we're speaking. Uh,
You're still very soft.
okay. Is it better now? I'm too soft. No. Yeah.
But mine and BB1 is fine. Is that right?
Okay. Ultra bass. Okay. That's weird, but okay. Um. So yeah, we'll work out the issues of the audio as we go along. I know we're a little bit late at this point. BB, why are you hiding half your face? Okay, yeah. We'll just go into the topics. We know we are really late now already, as it is. So the first topic we're actually going to be talking about is the season 2 championship at Worlds. Now, oh yeah, but before that, let's just introduce the show. So I will be the host for the show, and the permanent members on the show will be Teddy Tibbers on my right, and on my left will be GMBB. So GMBB, care to say hi to your fans out there?
It does not say hi. That's
Hello.
waving hands.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, so GMBB will be covering the honor system today, and GM Teddy Tibbers, a slight introduction of yourself.
No, there's no need for introductions here. We shall
Okay,
move
we shall
on.
move on. So, and Teddy Tibbers will be talking about not say the reactions, but rather the interesting matrix of Rengar and Kha'Zix as they are the latest champions to be released. So on to the first topic, Season 2 Worlds and what we think about it. I thought in the group stages it was kind of shocking. I think one of the major upsets was that Saigon Jokers performed really well and that they beat out Dignitas and Dignitas lost all 3-0. That was like one of the first things that was kind of shocking. The second thing was the whole fact that the alleged cheating that was being done. Um, I don't know. Teddy, what do you think about this whole cheating incident thing? And is there anything that shocked you?
Not really. Because one thing, well, to blame, which a lot of people are putting on, I would say that it was actually on Riot's fault. It was how the whole game station was designed, so to speak. They were very strict with the rules. They not allow players to look to the left, to the right during when they are playing. But it's quite hard to stop a normal human reaction. Sometimes you might be looking at what your teammates are doing on their side, or they caught you, and then you just turn over and you looked up. Maybe you did see the minimap, maybe you did not. But it's very hard to actually, I would say that there was any cheating going on that day. Because if not, like, a lot of teams were being caught out. And then even Stanley said that, oh, I actually turned to the right as well. And then or left, I would say, from the picture. Then he will explain why he did it. So if something is really going to happen, then a lot of things will have to be replayed. And the venue itself has to be changed slightly, where the players cannot see the map at all, most probably. It'd be more fair. Yeah. I believe a lot of people think that Azure Frost cheated, but for me, I'm quite neutral in this sense because I wasn't there on the spot, so I can't really say that much. Yeah.
What do you think about your twin losing all three games? In case guys out there who don't know, his twin is none other than Skara from Dignitas.
That's not an actual thing, we just somehow do look similar. Yes, so the people in Garena call me the Asian Skara, but no, I'm definitely not Skara. I did see them losing quite a bit, but I didn't expect them to lose all three games because when I saw them play during the NA qualifiers, they weren't performing as good as they should, in my opinion. So yeah, the only upset was that they lost every single game, but overall, I still think they did a good job. But I think they tried too hard to play the meta where you have two roamers, but it didn't work out in the end because when you play two roamers, if the ganks really don't happen, you don't get the early kills, then your team will lose out, which is what happened. They just farm. The opponent just keep on farming, safe farming, and then they couldn't do much in the end. So yeah, I would say that it was coming towards that. Maybe,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah.
GMPB, what do you think of Saigon Jokers? Was it really that shocking, or did you expect them to perform well?
Actually, I really enjoyed the match of them playing against Dignitas. It was really interesting. It was a solid win. That's just my opinion. I was actually kind of disappointed that they lose out to CLG EU. So I was really rooting for them, and it was really great to see that an Asian team, I mean a team like Saigon Jokers, to compete first time in competitive scenes, and I think they did pretty well, and
Yeah.
I hope they can do better
Mhm.
next time in future
Yeah.
major tournaments.
They also mentioned that the main reason they lost to CLG EU is that they didn't, during the CS, the champion selection, they didn't do as well as they could.
Yeah, actually, a lot of
Yeah.
people commented on the forums and other places that they were hoping to see a surprise meta, like how they did to Dignitas. So I was hoping that as well, but I think they kind of go on the safe road to play against CLG EU.
And BB, what do you think? Who will enter the finals from the current four teams that's there? So we have CLG EU, we have WE, we have TPA, and we have M5. Who do you think will be in the finals?
Uh, I'm kind of hoping to see TPA to enter into the finals. I I think this year TPA might give us a surprise. That's what I hope.
And
What do you all think?
Teddy?
I would say the TPA will be in the finals as well. Even though N5 does really have a very strong showing throughout the whole season 1 and season 2, as well as all the tournaments they've been playing so far, every matches they've played. But I think that TPA will be actually be very quite ready to fight against them, as TPA has been screaming a lot, much more I believe, against Korean teams as well as the China teams. So they do have a lot of strategies, a lot of styles piled up on them in terms of experience as well, even though they are a new team. So it'd be very interesting to see what they have prepared to beat M5 first, because if you do like their Facebook pages or do visit their Facebook pages or TPA sites once in a while, you would see that they're all quite confident they can beat N5, and they do say the reasons why and their performance base, how they were going to improve after losing to. I think they didn't lose to Najee Sword, but Stanley himself said he didn't perform as well as he should against Mark Noon, and then he will perform better against N5. So yeah.
And I mean
A lot of
That would
people
be
are
my
CLGEU
comment.
rooting for
and WE. That match is going to be played in actually a few hours time. So predictions. That'll be the third round. They're both equal 1-1 now at the point. What's going to happen? Do you think CLGE will come up with something shocking, like something I wouldn't say cheesy, but a strategy that's going to be if you're not prepared for it, you're going to lose to it, or will it be more standard game and play it out for like 50 minutes sort of game? Nobody knows.
Mm, I mean, I'm just thinking about that. What you mentioned, like so far, I don't think CLG EU is really the team that will come out with some that type of strategy, so to speak, like what you mentioned, like more of a cheese tactic or something. So far, we've seen them. They want really to maintain their own game, which is to just constantly farm up to the late game, as you could see during. Well, you could say during game 2.5, which they drag until 60 minutes almost, and finally the team fight happened like after 20 minutes of no action, and then nothing happened because the DC happened. So I believe that CRG EU, they will stick to that because it's more of their more famed tactics and their more sure win tactic, I would say, on how they played so far. But they might do some adjustments in how they might want to counter the early aggression against WE. If you've seen every single match so far, WE always try to place a lot of early aggression, even though they're still losing in the early stage, because they try to either get back the advantage or really just push on to what advantage they have a lot more from there. So that would be my opinion on CLG versus WE. And so far, if you've seen the games, I would say that WE should have a higher chance of winning. But since they have so much days to rest, to recalculate strategies and things like that, it's going to be very hard to say. So yeah.
Oh well.
Who do you
Good
support?
luck, TPA.
No.
I still support TPA. I
Okay.
want to see Toys perform with zero death again.
Okay, well, that's pretty much the summary of season two, and the first rounds of it. Now we will be seeing what's going to be happening,
Real balls
and
play real well too.
yeah, and what's going to be happening for the finals. But we're going to go on to our second topic. And GMBB will be talking about the honor system. So go ahead.
Right
Yes.
now.
Yep. Right now.
So as everyone know, we have the honor system right now in our League of Legends Iron. Honoring a player means basically once you finish the game, there's an honor button right at the next to the summoner's the name. So there are 4 different categories. You can honor your teammates or you can honor your opponent. You can only honor there's only one type of category for your opponent, which is humble in victory or graceful in defeat. And if your opponent, if they takes well in their defeat, then I think you should really honor them. I mean, I know Teddy Tibers has a lot of people who honored him. How many honors points you have right now?
I think about 47.
Okay. So why don't you explain to us how do you get the ribbon? Since a lot of people in the IM
Oh yeah,
is asking about the ribbon.
Yeah, so about the ribbon, if you actually read through the whole honor initiative and how it runs, you would see that only like there's certain percentage of players who reach a certain level at a point of time, they'll be able to get it. So basically, some players have came to ask me that, if my friend has 40 honors, but this guy only has like 30, but he already has the badge. So what is the difference there? Another difference is that if you're honored by the opponent, who is someone you don't know, you get more points from their plus of honor, so to speak. Like maybe if the opponents are five players you know, so you get maybe 5 points from that. But the opponent is like 5 players you don't know, and all 5 of them honor you, you might gain 15 points from that. But we cannot divulge on how the system works in terms of calculations and things like that. So people will abuse it, so to speak. This thing was implemented in order to stop abuse. So the banner only goes to those people who reach a certain level of percentage of like most honorable
Yep.
people in terms of amount of points in the server. So that's how you get the banner. And you yourself cannot see the ribbon. Only the opponents are able to see it for honorable. So there was this once where everyone said, oh, the opponent has honorable banner. It's going to be SGS LY4, LY4, LY4. Because he is one of the first few who got it.
So basically, it depends.
Yes, it depends on a lot of situations. And it's not like a summon icon. It appears beside your champion,
Yeah, the
the
side.
selection, the square,
Like,
the line at the
yeah.
side.
And
So
You
yeah.
can also do it.
only the opponent
Like
can
here.
see, right? Who are not your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only the opponent can see it.
Yeah, it's at the top left hand corner of the place where you can select your champion, in a sense. Your thing, your square.
Yeah. Today I posted a post about the honor system on my Facebook fan page, and as you all can see, I don't have that many honor points yet because I haven't
Yes.
been playing a lot lately. So
Well, I think the other thing that needs to be said is that you can lose all your honor as well. That if you do get banned,
Oh.
you can lose all your honor. So, for those people out there who are basically asking for honor and people are getting irritated with you and they start reporting you, and if you do get banned, you will lose all your honor along the way. Like, there are systems within the game itself that we can check to see if for every game are you giving it to one person. Like, if you're duo queuing and you keep giving your partner friendly, or teamwork, it will actually appear on our list as to, wait, this guy has received friendly every single game or an honor every single game, and we're going to see that if there is such um things that have come out. Now, this is something not that Garena is doing, it's in fact what Riot itself is doing. So yeah, that's a
Hmm.
different thing. So it's not all that easy to
So
cheat the system.
yes, it has a lot of securities installed in the back end, I would say. Yeah. So do not try to abuse it really. You're gonna lose everything in the end. I would
Yeah.
say.
So yeah, if you have any other quiz for honor, we can talk about it just a little bit more. But yeah, is it the thing is, if you honor your friend and it's a valid honor, fine. But every single game, you're both honoring each other, it's going to seem a little suspicious, isn't it? Like every single game was an amazing game, that they had excellent teamwork or they were assisting all that much. Like the system is definitely going to pick it up and you're going to get flagged for it. So when when you really believe that they deserve it, then you give it to them. If not, save it for something really out there. Um, but aside that, I think when the honor system got implemented in our server, another interesting thing had popped up actually today. Teddy, care to talk about it? The ban number.
The band number. I mean, wait. Are you talking about on our side?
Yeah, our side.
Did you ask? Is it okay if we review?
No, we're just saying that we are the okay. So basically, I'll quality control this. So the number of
Yes, it's better if you do it.
okay,
Just to
so
confirm.
just to confirm, okay. So in our server, ever since the honor system got implemented, the number of reports has increased. And for me personally, that's a good thing because people are realizing that, you know what, if it's if you're not playing all that good and for honor, I'm gonna report you for, intentionally feeding or for whatever else it is. So more reports means more people are going to get banned along the way. So I think it's a step forward in our community that we are recognizing people in a positive way, as well as we kind of want to punish people in a negative way. The community is recognizing that they need to, do something about it. BB, what do you think? About the whole more people now being reported in, and is the community really moving in a step forward?
I hope it does. I mean, with this honor system, I hope that everyone now will knows how to acknowledge their teammates and know how to acknowledge and be friends with the opponents in a correct way. So I think this is one step on how to improve the community, a good way to improve the community.
And what would you say to people who are basically asking for honor, like they step into game and honor me, please?
I don't think that's the right way because I don't do it. I mean, if if you are a good teammate or then people will eventually honor you if they want to. But if not, then I don't think it's really that big of a deal, to be honest. Yeah. It's just a way to improve the community. That's what I think.
Hmm.
I mean, definitely, all of us hope that the community improves and things like that. And I mean, uh, I know in the past that many people have actually asked, like, why don't we have a tribunal system and things of that sort? And we never implemented it here because we said that the community was too young and too volatile. Well, I don't know. I guess this is the chance for the community to grow and to show us that they can actually handle power and things of that sort, so that maybe we can implement, more things, just like how North America is doing and things like that. I guess we'll find out, right?
Hmm. Yes, we'll definitely find out through before the season ends, and when we reach the season 3, we'll know whether this system does work for our server as well. As you actually see in the forums, there are like so many threads saying, "Oh, abuse, 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 abuse." But so far, I think the honor system is working out as it was intention to, because some people do know that if you report the person, if you get banned, you can lose all your honor points or
Yep.
whatever points you've earned so far. Because I mean, if you're an honorable player, you're friendly, you have teamwork and things like that, then there's no reason for you to get
And
multiple reports or
yeah.
banned suddenly. So yeah, so this will definitely help out quite a bit.
I mean, people are asking, what can you do with these points? The points are basically a yardstick to show you where you stand. There's no ladder for it or anything of that sort, but I mean, if you only have two honor points, just say for honorable opponent, so you're not really that much of honorable opponent. If your friendliness is 2 and everything else is like 20, then maybe you need to improve on your friendliness. So it's kind of a yardstick, I would say, onto what you can improve on, to make your gaming experience a whole lot better. So yeah. That's about it for the honor system, and we're going to go now to Mr. Chaditibers, where he'll be talking about the Kha'Zix and Rengar interactions. Now, this is the first time ever that we have so many or such a complex interaction between things. But just a little bit of background first. We do know that other champions did have interactions before. For instance, Volibear and Zillion. Whenever one kills the other, you get what, 2 extra gold, right? If I'm not right.
Depends. Like some is a 1 goal or 2 goal, maybe 10 goal, depending on what passive it is and what things that's
Yeah.
happening. Interactions in League of Legends are something very interesting. Sometimes they are extra goal. Sometimes
Sometimes
just extra phases they speak when they see each other and things like that.
sometimes it's even damage reduction, just like the
One
sunglasses
damage.
to Leona. Yeah, 1 damage still counts. But so yeah,
Yes.
explain these interesting reactions and what do you think about it?
Okay, so a lot of people had this argument slash discussion. For those of you who have known about it, there's actually a current very special interaction called the Hunt is On, I believe, where you have Rengar and Kha'Zix and opponent both side opponent teams. So the only way for you to activate this interaction in the first place is that if both Rengar, no, not need to be both. Okay, for Rengar, for this thing for him to have this interaction to happen, first he needs to have the bone tooth necklace. Apparently, currently there's no uh let's say correct words will be there's no correct amount of stacks that he should have, but he just a lot of people are just saying he needs the bone tooth necklace. So basically, he needs to have that item on him already. And when Kha'Zix is at level 16, randomly the thing will happen. You get the icon saying the hunt is on. And then if you get a kill onto Kha'Zix or if you get assist onto Kha'Zix, then you will be able to change the Bone Tooth necklace into Kha'Zix head. Yeah, and the Kha'Zix head is basically the Bone Tooth necklace with 14 stacks, which has every single buff that you should have when you have 14 stacks for Bone Tooth necklace, and when you die, you will not lose it. So it's like permanent 14 stacks, a permanent upgrade of your Bone Tooth necklace just for Rengar. Yeah. And for Kha'Zix to have this option available, he needs to reach level 16, and he must already have used all his evolution points at the same time. And then when that is sorry, for Kha'Zix, sorry. He needs to be level 16 for him specifically because he needs all 3 evolution points to be used already. And then at the same time, Rengar needs to be at level 16 as well. And then when you see the icon, the hunt is on. If you kill Rengar, you will get a free upgrade, one more upgrade. So normally in a normal game, when you reach level 16, you only can up the ultimate tries, wow, 3 times. So you can, so you are, so you can only get 3 upgrades for your technology if you're using the machine Kha'Zix or using the bio will be the so-called upgrade. Your evolution, a bit insect evolving, the cockroach coming out
The
from its
flying
shell.
cockroach.
Flying cockroach,
Yes, you
yeah.
call it the fire cockroach, which a lot of people are saying is a cockroach, or it can be a Kamen Rider enemy, praying mantis in the past, all those things. So yeah.
Kha'Zix is so annoying. It's like I'm trying to hit a flying cockroach, and whenever I try to hit him, he just flies away. So annoying. Do you think
Yes.
Riot will nerf him in the next patch?
No,
No.
not
What?
yet, I think. But moving on back to the topic. So basically, Kha'Zix, if he manages to kill
The,
Rengar, he will,
the playing
he,
mantis.
sorry,
Mantis.
he will get the upgrade and the icon saying the ultimate predator. And then for Rengar, I forgot to mention that if he kills Kha'Zix and he gets the Kha'Zix head, his icon will change from the hunt is on to the ultimate hunter, I believe,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong. Yes. So basically, to wait out, uh, in a sense, you would say that Rengar does have more of an advantage because if he's at level 9 and he has a Bluetooth necklace and opponent Kha'Zix is at level 16, he somehow managed to get an assist and the kill onto the Kha'Zix, he instantly will get the upgrade. Yeah, but for Kha'Zix, he needs to wait for Rengar to reach level 16. So it's a bit
Unfair.
unfair in terms of that. But normally Rengar being much stronger champion jungler and in the top lane, his leveling up will be much faster. So there's actually a good side to this interaction. Only one person can win. So basically, if both champions reach the requirement at the same time and they have the hunt is on icon at the same time, so whoever kills the opponent first will get the upgrade or buff first. It only happen once. So basically, if Rengar wins the fight the first time, he gets assist or whatever, he will instantly get the Kha'Zix head, and instantly the interaction ends there, where Kha'Zix has no chance of getting the 4th upgrade. So it's not like if Rengar gets it already, Kha'Zix can get it as well. Both will have both can get the upgrades, can get the special item. Only happens once. So it's like it is fair in a way where both sides, they have to play very safe, I would say. And a lot of people, as someone just mentioned, that Rengar is normally banked in ranks, and so this interaction is very, very less likely to happen. And during so to speak, a rank game, or maybe even like a tournament, these special interactions will not affect it that much. Because if you have seen most tournaments, most ranked games, if they do go on very well, right now the current meta is to end the game fast by holding all objectives. We will end within 20 to 30 minutes. The exception of CLG EU where they play for 60 minutes, which is a very rare case, which happened also during KL Hunters against Cyclone Jokers because they're quite even all throughout, something like that. So normally these interactions, the criteria for it to happen is actually quite low, so to speak. But for a solo queue game, for a blind pick game, it's actually quite high because everyone just likes to, I would say, derp around or just to enjoy doing their own thing. So normally the game will drag out longer and things like that. So I don't think this interaction will have a very broken effect to the overall game League of Legends right now, so to speak, because yes, you have to reach level 16. Number one is that opponents reach level 16 for this thing to happen first, and other criteria to meet. And normally, it will not happen so far if you go to proper rank games, so to speak, and tournaments as well. And one more thing would be that if the fight does happen, though, if it's a 1v1, I would say in the early stage, in terms of optimization as well, Kha'Zix will have a higher chance of losing.
Yeah.
Kha'Zix, even though he's like an assassin, so to speak, like Rengar, but he does not really excel that well because he has very bad sustain, so to speak. Either you build him to be a bit more tanky, so you'll be more useful in team fights using your overall skills, or you build him to be an instant like Akali or Diana, where you just leap across the whole team fight, find the AP carry, your AD carry, and your first skill, and instantly burst them down to 50% health or 75% health. Yeah, Rengar instead, if he does not choose to double Q against Kha'Zix, he can use his W for extra heal and sustain.
Yeah.
If doing a prolonged fight, Rengar will just keep healing up, no problem. And Thrill of the Hunt will allow Rengar to spot Kha'Zix even though he is invincible. And if Kha'Zix leaps away with Shield of the Hunt, edging through a brush, Rengar can just jump onto him as well. In terms of all these small mechanics, in terms of training hits, uh, I would say that Rengar has the upper hand, and Kha'Zix is a very fun champion in my opinion right now. But I don't think you see him competitively, even though after this afterwards for now, because right now I believe he is a very his strength is only in either you play him as a instant burst AD, so to speak, bruiser slash assassinator, or just a more tanky CC wise where you use your missiles, you upgrade your missiles and you slow your opponents down, and constantly just using that as a long range poke, and that will make Kha'Zix better in terms of overall team fight. Because if you play a bruiser assassination Kha'Zix, after you do your job, or if you fail to do your job, you die instantly after that. So yeah, so I would have to say that uh, it's very rare for both champions to be picked out at the same time, and even if they do, I don't think the game will last that long. So far, I haven't seen any players post any, I suppose, they've been successful in doing the interaction so far, I believe. So I don't think it will cause that much of a problem as well.
Well, let's try one day.
Let's try one.
Yeah, I mean, so
So yeah.
basically
Let's try.
that's about it. We have the whole story that it could possibly help out. I mean, if it does reach to that point in stage in pro play, we don't really see that happening because of people like fast push. They don't really want to be inside there. Perhaps maybe in normal games among friends, like sure, maybe you might see it there, but it's not going to be game changing. BB, do you want to see these sort of interactions come out again in like different new champions, or you just prefer it to be standard where the champions don't interact with each other?
I like it when there's interaction. Somehow it seems more fun that way. Like how Grace versus Nocturne, and then like how all the is it the Commando skins champion
The commando
versus
skins.
yeah
Yeah.
Commando skins
Oh,
versus
all the
Leona.
sunglasses, yeah.
Yeah, the
Sunglasses.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of fun. Right? It's something interesting, something new. So it would be great if Riot could come out more of these kind of interactions between champions.
Yes. And if you have seen the Twister Fake remake skin also has a special interaction with Graves.
Yeah.
Gangnam Style.
And also the Gangnam Style. Yes, which everyone apparently
JMBB can
loves.
dance. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
So yes, basically that is pretty much the end of the show. It is 30 minutes. I know we did start a little bit late, but I'm trying to keep it exactly on time. So we started at 7:45, and it's 2 minutes to 8:15. We'll be taking a little bit more questions if you do have. If you do not have any other questions, that will be pretty much it. So yeah. Yes, Teddy will be watching the stream tomorrow in the office. I don't know. That depends if he can get into the office at before 8. um, yes, that
So
we
someone
do know.
asks you to dance Gangnam.
Yes, our dance Gangnam Style is BB. Is what's her name? What Yuna? Sai and which was the girl that dances with Sai? Uh,
I think it's
I have no
Yuna, but
idea.
not so sure.
yes.
But
So unless GMBB dances as Yuna, then yeah. But I think Teddy Simmons fits Sai more, and I can be
Hyuna.
that guy that
Hyuna.
dances in the lift. Yeah, I can be that
Luffy,
guy.
I do not want to crawl underneath you, so it's fine.
Hyuna. The girl
Oh,
is
it's Hyuna. Okay.
Hyuna.
Yeah. That could be next week's punishment. But no. Okay. So we have a little bit of time for extra announcements. So last week's challenge accepted has actually been released, and just after this, as BB goes to her PC, she'll be putting it up on the Facebook group where you can have a look and see what Teddy Savers had to do. Disclaimer: I was a very nice person throughout shooting, so have fun.
Nice.
Leave comments actually what you want to see because for the next challenge we started we'll be doing for Worlds the final match and so you get to see that next week. But the podcasts, more importantly, will be done every Wednesday, pretty much, and you will see three of us with other guests on it. So, if you do have suggestions of who else you would like to see on the show as guests and what sort of topics, leave comments on the YouTube page. Then we can actually monitor that because if you leave it on the Garna Talk or the RC chat, once it's closed, the history gets deleted off. So, leave it on the YouTube page in under the comments there, and we'll work for it. So yeah,
And just the guy is really promoting he will do Gangnam Style in Garena Carnival.
yes.
So for those of you who have seen it, make sure it happens so he has nowhere to run.
Say Leon, aka Mr. Just a Guy, will be doing Gangnam in Garena Carnival. That's what he's saying. So yes, you need to make sure he sticks to his word, just like how I had to dress as Sona, which actually will come up soon. The Sona costume is coming up soon. We have been working on it here in the office, so that'd be a great thing. So let us know what you want to see next week, and this will be pretty much it. Any last words, PP?
Thanks for watching and listening. See you guys next time.
Teddy Tibbers?
I'm freezing
Sorry,
actually.
yeah, I see. If y'all can't see it, but I think this room is too cold for BB. We need to get her jacket soon. I have nothing much to say, but since I did skip my introduction, so to speak, so I believe most of you will know I am Teddy Tibers, and all of us are game masters for Garena League of Legends. So for those of you who have not seen us before, or this is your first time in this room, so now you know us. But do note that we are game masters. We're not customer service, so we do not handle we cannot handle every single inquiry you have because because we don't have access to everything that has to do with the back end. So this is just to clarify some things. Oh, game masters, really, wow. So they heard as game masters. Wow.
Okay.
You guys are seriously just here to troll me. Thank you so much. I will take that as support.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm actually glad that the podcast started again. I hope you guys had learned something about it, and that it was great to get like weekly updates on whatever's happening within the community. So I would love feedback. In fact, we really do need feedback to see if we should continue this, how we should change, and things of that sort. Obviously, we'll try to improve like the audio quality, especially since the beginning it was a little bit choppy. But that's about it. So this is your Summoners Insight Week 1. Thank you guys for watching.
Yes, thank you all for watching. Remember to write some comments where you allow me to kill Pseudo in the process so I can have sweet revenge for losing twice within challenge accepted. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, bye.